Hello everybody. Hope everybody doing good. Been working. He worked New Year's Day. Just checking in and like I said, hope everybody doing good. I'm gonna do this video here momentarily. Hopefully it's recording. I was turning it around. Looks like it is. Hope y'all can see me. Like I said, I've been working every day. I spend about 10-12 hours in the truck a day, running around different locations, checking, doing inspections. I worked about 6-7 hours New Year's Day. No biggie. This is the fourth day of 2020. Where's it gone? But say, what's your New Year's resolution this year? I don't have any. Some people still do that. I just live each day I'm giving to the best I can live it, and try to learn something new every day. I've learned several different things, not necessarily related to survival, but it's a little things, little tricks and stuff in construction and things like that. Need to learn. It may come in handy, it may not. It may be a good conversation starter. It may spark someone's interest and break the ice with people. I'm no expert in anything, but I know a little bit about everything, just about, other than airplanes. And I even know a little bit about airplanes. What goes up can't come down, or will come down eventually. Watching this smoke over here, they do control burns around the area, so far it looks to be isolated. I don't know what they're doing over there, but you always got to keep your eye out for things like that. Could a grassland fire or a forest fire affect our operation? Yes, it could. Could be overcome by smoke. It could catch things on fire we don't want to catch on fire. A lot of things you got to look around and be aware of your surroundings. And that guys joke with me, boy, there ain't no sneaking up on you. I said, no. Once in a blue moon, if I'm dead set into something or doing the video, somebody will drive up or drive by. But for the most part, I'm always aware of what's going on. Because you have to be in today's day and time. It's harder to read people these days, what their intentions are. It's hard to do, so you always gotta expect the unexpected all the time, 24/7. Not a whole lot surprises me, but yet there are things that disappoint me. Certain actions of people and things like that. It's very disappointing that a lot of people, a multitude of people have gone, to violence and disrespect. And it could be from throwing litter out of your vehicle to violence, creating harm on other people or killing people. And it doesn't have to be physical, it can be mentally. It can be in many forms that you can be affected. when you get older and wiser, you kind of, I hate using the term let it roll off like water on a duck's back, but you can't, at the same time, you can't ignore it. But how you choose to respond to it, that's where you become wise. I can react and respond real quick, or I can just sit back and say, okay, where are you going with this? Try to predict their next move. What is their intentions? Usually, years ago, I mean, people had certain intentions of using the mental aspect to rob you of your peace, your joy, create havoc, make things hard on you. And there's some people that want to hurt you physically, and so that it's hard to decipher between the two anymore. And that's where it's becoming dangerous. People, it's hard to predict what their next move's going to be. You know, they'll shake your hand and slap you with the other one. Stab you in the back. So, you gotta watch. Even harder these days. You know, we shouldn't have to do that, but we do, if you want to survive. You get in a bug out situation and you and your family, or you, a couple of friends, are out in a remote location with a little concealment, you know, hopefully a lot, and your path crosses another family or a group of people. You've got to learn the warning signs, the way they look at you, their eyes, facial expressions, body language. Do they have their hand on the weapon at ease, you know, just without the finger on the trigger? Are they grasping it hard to make a quick shot? Relaxed, sitting on the weapon, machete, knife, hatchet, axe, stick, gun. What is their body posture? You know, so there's a lot of videos and stuff you can learn that, and what to look for. Some people have that skill in them. Some people don't. Some people will never catch on to it. It's just their nature. Doesn't mean right or wrong. It just, you've got to learn some of the things. You've got to try to learn what is this person, what are their intentions, you know, to rob and take everything we got and leave us high and dry, kill us, try to make us slaves, do all their dirty work with minimum reward. It's you're gonna have that. Gangs are the worst ones you'll run across, you know, because they want to be dominant, and they do that every day now with a so-called normal society. People do that now, gangs especially. They've got to dominate their area, their turf, and use whatever force is necessary to maintain that. So, if all goes to crap, what do you You know, the gangs, Canadian Prepper had talked about different people in the rural areas and the urban society, and then the gangs, and then, you know, certain people, kind of what you think their role will be whenever something really bad happens. So you've got to maintain a way out, or withhold what you have when bugging in. You stay in. The government will want you to stay in place for the most part, unless it's a natural disaster. Forest fires, prayers out to all the people affected by the fires. California, Australia, wherever, all them going on. It's sad. Nature will recoup itself if we let it. But still, it's devastating for people that live out there, and all the animals and stuff and livestock, and you know, that's potential food for us to sustain life. So anyway, but government for the most part will want you to stay in place, because they don't want a bunch of people running around doing this, doing that, because being that it is so hard to decipher who's doing right, who's doing wrong, who's got bad intentions, who's got good intentions. It's like me trusting a group of people without any information. I'm not going to trust you. I don't know what your intentions are. You may put on a good front, but I don't know what your ultimate goal is or your intentions are. So it's hard to do. So government wants you to stay in place. That way you ain't running around. That's one way of controlling the masses. Stay in the house. Then they do martial law and da-da-da. They did that in Louisiana when Katrina hit. I had to go through checkpoint, this and that and the other. I knew some of the people with the military groups and National Guard. I knew some of them guys, so they were just happened to be stationed around my area when I worked there, so I didn't have any issues. Got a lot of MREs. I was tired of them. But stay in place, that way you don't control. Martial law, they got less of control if you stay in place. Martial law control and enforce that you stay in place. Ask you about what you're doing. They have that right. So you got to lay low. You got to be able to plan and execute the plan before martial law and stuff goes in full effect. Because you can't be shot on spot after certain hours, stuff like that. And they would be justified. So you got to plan. Got to do that. Bug in, bug out. What are you going to do? Have you kind of got a little group in different areas around you that have the same mindset as you? Do they, okay, if this goes down, we need to initiate plan A. Where we're going to meet at, what we're going, where's our target location, our plan, our point of destination A, number one. If that's messed up, can't get there, where's number two? What's plan B? If you got the ability, you can do plan C. So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta run down the road a little bit. I'm gonna check on this fire, make sure it's not gonna affect anybody. And we will talk at you next time. Be careful.